Brodie Retallick's remarkable scoring run continues as Kobe survived late scare in Japan. Former All Blacks lock Brodie Retallick is enjoying one of the most extraordinary scoring seasons of his storied career, continuing his prolific run in the Japan Rugby League One with yet another decisive performance for the Kobelco Kobe Steelers in Round 6 of the 2025-26 campaign. The Dave Rennie-coached Steelers edged out Yokohama Canon Eagles 38-32 in a dramatic contest that swung wildly in momentum and tested Kobe's composure to the limit. While the scoreboard suggests an entertaining affair, the match was defined by Retallick's influence at both ends of the field. A reminder that even deep into his career, the former All Black remains one of rugby's most impactful forwards. Retallick's scoring streak shows no signs of slowing heading into the weekend's clash. Retallick had already amassed an eye-catching 7 tries in 5 matches, a staggering return for a second-row forward. That haul included an astonishing 4-try performance against Black Rams Tokyo the previous round, a feat rarely seen from a lock at professional level. Any expectation that his scoring run might cool against the winless Eagles was quickly dismissed. Retallick crossed the whitewash once again, provided a try-assisting pass for a teammate, and ended the round as Japan Rugby League One's outright leading try scorer. For a player whose reputation was built on bruising defense, line-out excellence, and relentless physicality, this late-career attacking renaissance has been one of the most compelling storylines of the Japanese season so far. A clash of opposites. Only on paper, the fixture appeared one-sided. Kobe entered the match firmly entrenched near the top of the table, unbeaten and brimming with confidence. Yokohama Canon Eagles, by contrast, sat rooted to the bottom, still searching for their first win of the campaign. But Japan Rugby League One has repeatedly shown that form counts for little once the whistle blows. The Eagles, coached by former All Blacks assistant Leon MacDonald, delivered a spirited and fearless performance that threatened to derail Kobe's unbeaten run. Despite the difference in league positions, the opening exchanges were tight, physical, and fiercely contested. A first-half arm wrestle Kobe struck first through sustained pressure, but the Eagles refused to wilt. The match developed into a tactical arm wrestle, with territory and discipline proving crucial. Despite being reduced to 14 men, when Artie Savio was sent to the sin bin, Kobe managed to keep their composure and reach halftime trailing by just 10-8. The scoreline reflected a first half defined by defensive grit rather than attacking fluency. That Cannon's physicality disrupted Kobe's rhythm, while their willingness to attack from deep unsettled the visitors. For a team without a win to their name, the Eagles played with freedom and belief. Kobe exploded after the break. If the first half was cagey, the second exploded into life. Within minutes of the restart, Kobe shifted gears. The tempo increased, the offloads began to stick, and space started to open up across the park. Retallick was at the heart of everything. The former All Blacks lock scored the second of 3 tries in a devastating 15-minute spell, a purple patch that saw Kobe race into a commanding 23-point lead. During that stretch, everything Kobe touched seemed to turn to gold. Retallick's try typified his season. Relentless support play, sharp instincts, and the power to finish from close range. His assist for another score underlined his all-court influence, as he popped a perfectly timed pass to send a teammate through 8G AT that stage. The match appeared effectively over. A game that refused to die against a winless side. Kobe's surge should have been decisive. Instead, the Steelers took their foot off the accelerator, and Cannon sensed an unlikely opportunity. Former Springboks center Jesse Kriel, captaining the Eagles, led the resurgence. His first try injected belief into the hosts, and his second, a powerful finish after sustained pressure, brought Cannon to within striking distance. Suddenly, a game that had looked settled was alive again. The crowd sensed the momentum shift, and the Eagles threw caution to the wind, attacking with width, speed, and ambition. Kobe, rattled by the comeback, found themselves defending deep in their own territory as the clock ticked down. Retallick delivers the final blow, defensively as Cannon launched one final, desperate assault from behind their own try line. The tension inside the stadium was palpable. A single line break could have completed one of the most remarkable comebacks in league history. Instead, it was Retallick who had the final say. Reading the play perfectly, the lock shot out of the defensive line and delivered a crunching, textbook tackle that snuffed out the attack and forced a turnover. The moment encapsulated his value. Not just a try scorer, but a leader and enforcer when it mattered most. Moments later, the final whistle blew, sealing a 38-32 victory for Kobe and extending their unbeaten run to 5 matches. A historic run for Kobe's current streak is their best start to a season since 2018, when a side coached by Wayne Smith went on an extraordinary run of 18 consecutive victories en route to the title. That championship-winning team was captained by former All Blacks scrum half Andy Ellis and featured his Test teammate and 3-time World Rugby Player of the Year, Dan Carter. While comparisons with that legendary squad may be premature, the parallels are striking. Strong leadership, tactical clarity, and world-class All Blacks influence driving success. Under Dave Rennie, Kobe appear increasingly cohesive and dangerous, with Retallick serving as both talisman and tone setter. That Retallick's Japanese Renaissance Retallick's try-scoring exploits have become one of the defining narratives of the season. Locks are traditionally valued for unseen work, scrummaging, clearing rucks, winning lineouts. But Retallick has added a ruthless finishing edge to his game. His ability to read attacking patterns, support line breaks, and exploit defensive mismatches has elevated Kobe's attack. Opponents now face the impossible task of shutting down Kobe's backs while also accounting for a lock who consistently appears in the right place at the right time. For Japanese rugby fans, Retallick's form is box office. For opposing coaches, it's a growing headache. Leon MacDonald's Eagles still searching for answers while Kobe celebrated another victory. The result deepened the misery for Leon MacDonald and his Canon Eagles side. The defeat marked Canon's 6th straight loss of the season and extended their regular season losing streak to 10 matches. Despite showing character and attacking intent, the Eagles once again fell just short. MacDonald, a former All Blacks assistant coach, has endured a difficult start to life in Japan, with his side struggling to close out games and manage momentum shifts. The Canon coach will take some encouragement from the late comeback, but results remain elusive. And pressure is beginning to mount that a difficult season for ex-All Blacks coaches MacDonald is not alone in his struggles. It has been a challenging campaign across the league for former All Blacks coaches. Sir Steve Hansen and Ian Foster, now at the helm of Toyota Verblitz, sit just a point and one place above Canon on the table. Verblitz have not won since the opening round of the season and were dealt another blow this weekend, falling heavily to the Shizuoka Blue Revs. Their form has been alarming. Since that opening day victory, Hansen and Foster's side have endured a brutal 5-match run, conceding 203 points in the process. A statistic that highlights just how fragile their defensive structures have become. Blue Revs run riot as Kwagga Smith shines. The Blue Revs' 43-19 win over Verblitz underlined their credentials as genuine playoff contenders. The performance was marked by speed, physicality, and ruthless execution. Springboks flanker Kwagga Smith was a standout off the bench, scoring 2 tries and injecting energy that Verblitz simply could not match. The result propelled the Blue Revs into the top 6, while further increasing the likelihood that Verblitz, along with Canon, could be dragged into the relegation series if results do not improve quickly. Injury woes compound Verblitz problems. Verblitz struggles have been exacerbated by the long-term injury to Pieter-Steph, whose absence has robbed the side of leadership, defensive steel, and breakdown dominance. Without the Springbok star, Verblitz have looked directionless at times, particularly in defense, where line speed and cohesion have been conspicuously lacking. Adding to the uncertainty surrounding the club are growing rumors from France suggesting that top 14 side POW are keen to sign Aaron Smith, whose contract expires at the end of the season. Aaron Smith's future in the spotlight. Smith, another All Blacks legend, remains one of the most influential scrum halves in the competition, but speculation around his future has intensified amid Verblitz struggles. A move to France would represent a significant shift, both for Smith and for Verblitz, and could mark the end of an era if he opts for one final challenge in Europe. For now, however, the focus remains on arresting Verblitz's alarming slide down the table.